Alright, here we go. This is mid-ELO tourneys. Semi-final. First of the two semi-finals I cast from the gold division. That would be the 1300 to 1500 ELO bracket. 1v1 ELO, of course. Brevan versus Ark. Brevan had a fairly easy quarterfinal, it looked like. It was kind of a steamroll. We'll see how it goes here versus Ark. And they've been drafting, you know what? Let's see if I can find the draft as well and add it as a command. Hello, Wenchababa again. Thanks for stopping by, as always. Let me see if I can find the draft for Brevan Ark. Yep, I think I have it here. I think that's it. Uh-oh. My chat is covering my eyes, but I'll have to fix that later. I can't attend to that right now. So, Brevan versus Ark, Japanese versus Franks here. That's actually not half bad for the Japanese. It's not the most frequent pick in 1v1 Arabia, but they have fully upgraded archers line into arbalests, and they also have infantry attacking faster. So Japanese should be a solid pick to counter Franks with the faster attacking halberdiers that also get where are the Japanese? Yeah, Brevan there, that get full upgrades. Ark, thanks for the follow. So, and also Japanese, they could start scouts, or you usually don't want to open scouts against Franks, because Franks, they do get extra hit points instantly upon starting the village, but the Japanese have a fantastic men-at-arms and a decent rush as well, because they only pay 50 wood per resource drop-off point. Thanks for casting the set, my pleasure. What you can do as the Japanese is mill the deer, because your mill will only cost you 50 wood, but we see that Brevan saves that 50 wood for other purposes and pushes the deer as well instead. This map is good to wall. Is it though? Yeah, it is for Ark here, because the gold is in the back. But this side is very open. It's Hidden Cup for Arabia, by the way. They're playing on Hidden Cup and Red Bull Wallow maps, and a custom map called Watering Hole, which tends to get banned a lot. Brevan here, much worse gold spawns, so Brevan will will need to be the aggressor here. All golds forward, never a good spot to be in. Backstone, I guess it could come in handy for defensive towers or castles eventually, but you'd much rather have the gold in the back there. Decent gaps. I think it's still... Yeah, okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's not too extensive, you're right. And back berries, that's beautiful as well for the Franks. Harder for the Japanese infantry opening to hit, which is what Japanese will usually open with for the infantry opening, like rush or men-at-arms. And I guess in this case, Brevan would favor men-at-arms, because the map is really... If you go for a drush, you're delaying your feudal age, right? So you are using the drush to buy yourself time to full wall. It's not horrible, but this front section here is very broad for Brevan, so I think I'd rather go men-at-arms into archers here to keep up the pressure in feudal age rather than the drush here. But there's the barracks. 20 pop. Yeah, I think it's the men-at-arms here. Could even be some quick straight archers build here, but we'll see how it plays out. Ark probably going to go for the scouts here with the Franks. Tasks another villager from berries to wood here to make sure that the wood is on point to afford whatever the feudal age play is here. Pushing in the deer as well. And scouts definitely, I mean, you're not really scouting the enemy side here when you're Ark pushing in the deer like this, but they've both been doing it, so they don't really have any significant intel on the enemy side yet. But for Ark, definitely viable to go scouts here with the open map of Brevan here. The problem with scouts, they could be quick walled out easily, so that's a setback of going scouts. It's just too easy to keep them away. Franks could go and do Rush FC as well, for sure. Gold in the back, wall to the sides, yeah, absolutely possible. But the barracks going up just now while going to the feudal age is indicative of the scouts. And the 20 pop as well, of course. 21 pop, sorry. 23 pop for Brevan, but that's the men-at-arms here. No big surprise from the Japanese there either, and should have no trouble affording the upgrade. And a ranged blacksmith and double bit axe here once the feudal age kicks in. I'm guessing we have 2 lumber camps working here. Yep. Brevan, however... Okay, he's found the Frank side, so never mind. He's just scouting around here to try and deny walls, but some small walls here from Ark. Good reaction, to be honest. Keeping the wood and the berries safe here with the same mini walls here. Enter the men-at-arms shouldn't be a big surprise. Usually you can fight off 3 men-at-arms with 4 scouts, and with Franks that's probably still possible with their extra hit points. Oh, the timing though! And the quick one. Nice quick house there to keep the aggression out, lead the infantry into the opening here. I'm surprised Brevan didn't get double bit axe and stuff here. He's prioritizing the blacksmith range here. Playing it very open. I didn't see the men-at-arms timing. Could be it was a bit late. And the Japanese men-at-arms, they attack faster, so they break through palisades more quickly as well. That's one thing that's easy to overlook. Yeah, it took too much time to reach base. You can't do much about that, but they took a detour, that's right. They went here rather than straight line down. So, yeah, second range already. That's a pretty early second range, but that's the Japanese wood savings, I guess. Not doing too much damage here, just breaking some walls, forcing some houses. You're gonna need these houses anyway if you are Franks. Any except Hunts, I mean. You're gonna need these houses anyway. So that's just keeping Ark from getting pop-capped or housed here. The scouts will do work, they'll clean up the men-at-arms, and Brevan didn't do any damage with the opening men-at-arms here. Not going to afford fletching quite yet, going for the archers numbers instead. But will want fletching as well now that the Frank scouts are entering Brevan's home base. Here's 5 scouts. That is including the initial scout of Ark here. Brevan will very likely lose the starting scout here. Spearmen already out. Japanese spearmen, they do attack faster. And yeah, the archers as well will be ready to move out any moment. Trying to focus on the spear there. That's dangerous against the Japanese because of the 15% faster attack. There are archers behind as well. They don't have fletching yet though, yeah. What is to gauge? 2 minutes idle TC for Brevan. Correct. Probably struggling to keep up production and yeah, seeded farms a bit too late here maybe. Will likely quick wall the woodland, but this villager will be going down, I think, to this. Oh, the quick walls, never mind. You could break the walls though, I think. Yeah, she's dead. That's the first villager dead of the game for Brevan here. So the scout rush is doing work. Ark could still hit this area. Oh, hasn't found the woodline. That's a bit unfortunate. That could be more kills right here. Walling villager even, and now with 6 Frank scouts. You could take on 1 spearman here for sure. Yeah, everyone is Viper these days. Quick walls. There's even a quick wall training scenario in the mod center. I'm not gonna use that. I think it's a stupid function. I failed them with pride. Yeah, some of them going down now, fletching on the way in, which means the archers will have better range and do more damage against the scouts. I think it's a good call of Arc to pull back now, although I never found this woodline, which is a bit unfortunate. It's an interactive scenario, I think. Quick wall trainer. Oh, wait, there are archers forward, sorry. And skirm defense from the flanks. They could come in handy later anyway to snipe enemy spearmen, so good addition there. Must have taken some damage here. Looks like Brevan got 2 kills as well. Time to get it. Yeah, maybe. Where are you going? Are you going to drop a tower on the gold here? There is only 1 gold inside of the walls of Brevan here, so Arc would be wise to push this one. Skirmishers with fletching. Yeah, they both only have fletching. No armor for the skirmishers either. Scouts in between. Maybe you could get a good fight with the skirmishers here. I'm not too sure. No, don't send the scouts away. They need to be in between here. Ay, ay, ay. Even if it's archers. Getting the hill though. That's good. Taking the small hill here for some damage boots. No, pulls away. I guess it's a fight you don't want to take, even if you have the counter unit and some scouts to send in between. 13 archers to 5 skirms and 5 scouts. I think that could have been a decent fight. Could have been a decent fight, especially with the hill. Still open in the back here. The scouts just passing through. What is fascinating is that Ark still hasn't found this woodland. It's been very open. Probably kicking his heels right now. Not realizing that this woodland was here until now. Gonna go back in. Still potential here. There aren't any spearmen in this area, so the scouts could get a kill through here. There's even a weak villager farming here, but yeah, you need to see that this guy is weak to snipe it. Do you have any more weak ones? Yeah, there's one here as well. There's some potential for a sneak snipe. Look at the archer numbers though. 21 archers for Brevan, E, and going up to the castle age here as well. As is the Franks player, so Ark is actually going to beat Brevan to the castle age. That's good. Could get some of those Franks knights out. Second stable on the way. Resource setup, perfect for double stable consistent production as well. But now Brevan has an archer master and has a tiny hill here to camp to snipe some archers numbers here. This is a good cast age time considering the skirmish investment and scouts investment as well, I'd say. Gonna reach the cast age at 23 something minutes. Could have shaved that off by investing a little bit less into skirmish. Then again, they are going to come in handy to snipe any Japanese spearmen or pikemen when moving forward with the knights later. So it's not a futile investment by any means. Not a bad investment. They are hesitant to engage though, and understandably so. Brevan needs crossbows and preferably needs something to deal with the skirmishes as well. We'll probably be adding some siege eventually when the cast age kicks in. Three minutes 59 seconds idle TC for Brevan here. Arc with 133. So Arc with a solid villager lead here after being the first to the cast age as well. Two villagers moving forward, getting kind of intercepted. Once crossbow and bodkin is in, feudal age skirmishers is not an issue at all. These aren't elite, right? Nope. But you need to dodge until crossbow is in, obviously. There we go, it's in. We have some Franks Knights out. They have the +2 as well, which is important, and elite skirm is on the way. Forward siege gets stopped, so it doesn't look too pretty for Brevan here. And trying to flee for a hill here, the player playing with the Japanese Sib, getting some hits, but taking out the scouts before the knights here, which means the knights get more hits in, and elite skirmishers chasing from behind. Good engagement here by Ark. I mean, even if you get the hill and take out the elite skirms, it's a cost-efficient trade for the elite skirms. The more kills they get, the better. They take out gold units that need to be remasked for Brevan here. 5 minutes, 17 seconds idle TC time. Twice as much idle TC time as Ark, which should give Ark a significant villagers lead here. Neither of them have wheelbarrow, but Ark has, being Franks, has heavy plow in instantly and doesn't need to worry about that. Second TC for Brevan on the gold and the woodland here. That's a good addition to secure some core resources. And to be fair for both players here, the woodlands aren't anything special. Very thin, small woodlands, so Ark is moving further out here. That's more walking distance for the villagers, but it's going to pay back in terms of wood income down to the side here. So you see the worker efficiency here. That could be partly because of the walking distance for the workers to go over here to build a DC. It's lower for Ark right now, but still comparable. More kills for Ark. Good engagement with the knights and skirms against the Japanese archers here, but it does seem to me like Brevan has more consistent units production here, and now also getting into pikemen to deal with the Franks knights. Show res, they're here. This ain't a team game, man. We have the res up here. Market-wise, what do you mean? There's no way to show that, I think. I have no idea if anyone used market. A chat overlay is more visible. I wouldn't say so then, as it goes into my face. But maybe I made it a little bit larger, yeah. Red used the market to go up, okay. Good to know. Forward siege here added for Brevan. We still have a few pikes. Knights will try to snipe the Mangalan. They can't, and they don't have the numbers to take on the crossbows either. Pikemen there getting some juicy hits in, and that's knights going down the drain mainly for Ark here. A bit of an unfortunate engagement. There's still an opening to the side here, so there's potential for some sneak raids with the knights here, but this is also some strong forward pressure that needs to be dealt with here. Current chat overlap position is nice. Yeah, but if you see the box, the text pops up in the top, so I want to move it a little bit further down. But I'll get to that. I'll fix it. Maybe after the casting session today. Or after the first game here. Okay, we now have an opening, so the crossbows can enter. Defensive Mangonel, that's going to be a kill, I think, for the orange. No, he goes for the archers, okay. Crossbows, nice. Mangonel micro from red. Nice Mangonel micro from both, actually. They keeping their Mangonels at a low HP here. Finally gets a hit there. +1 defense only for Brevan, so more vulnerable to Mangonel hits than if there were... if it had both defense. You never rush the defense for archers, though, because... you'll be using the range to your advantage anyway. Nice repair micro indeed. Not nearly enough here to take on the archers. And look at the eco for Ark, though. The idle TC times are comparable. The Ark is on 3 TC economy, Brevan is on 2. Strong pressure, but losing numbers here as well. Ark with a positive KD and holding off here for now. Could be hit some of his own units, yeah. Could be. I didn't catch that. We're seeing any more siege added? No. I think if I were Brevan here, I'd to get a ram out as well to maybe soak some skirmisher fire or to just more efficiently take out production buildings as well. Take out the range and you force the Franks to rebuild the range and they can't make skirmishers while the range is down. 31 military, 15 here, so Frank's economy light get ahead here, but the military situation needs to be even out here for Ark as well. Defense has been on point so far, though. Getting the mangonel as well, good. Add 3 pikes put inside Ram Huang TC, yeah, something like that. Oh, that's juicy mangonel shot on the skirmishers, getting the mangonel as well. And somehow almost saves the mangonel. Didn't have a repair villagers at the ready there, but yeah, now too few skirmishers left. We only have 3 of them, so rip skirmishers. No more 78, and yeah, with only 1 skirmishers, of course. Skirmisher, of course, you can focus them down even with crossbows. Is there enough damage being done here though? There's Eco KD is only 2 villagers killed from Brevan, remember. He's killing units, which is good, but Brevan doesn't have the eco to lose units here. Ark does. And we might even see Imperial Age for the Franks here soon. Pretty sure Ark doesn't have a market. No, so can't sell food to go up. But probably doesn't rush it either. The defense has been on point so far. Gonna make more skirmishes now out of 2 ranges, and gonna double up on the knights as well and pump out those cavalry eventually. Maybe even paladin if the game goes that far, but I don't think we're quite decked. Castle as well, maybe, yeah. Here, or somewhere in this area to deal with the forward siege and protect the golds and stones. 1 for 1. It's a trade that both of them actually can be somewhat happy with. Sending in single knights, however, not so good. Skirmishers are gonna go chase the crossbows now, but we have 2 stables producing knights as well. Brevan calls the GG, as realizes that Frank's eco is too far ahead here and not nearly enough damage done. Only 6 villagers killed, and Ark now at 90 villagers to 59, so that's a game that goes into Ark's hands here. Let's see for the statistics. How does it look when I move around the map now, by the way? Is it very grainy in the graphics on screen? There's a new Capture Age update for the performance, so I didn't bother change the resolution. You never resign when you should that one, so you have nothing you should say. It's not good to know, it means that performance is better. There we go. 106. We're gonna write it for himself. 87, 75 KD. Give some space to my bot. Yeah. Just look at the eco, 7, almost 8,000 more resources for Ark. Brevan losing the numbers. If the situations were reversed, then of course Brevan shouldn't give in, but Brevan is losing units, can't afford to lose units. Ark is losing units, but has eco to replenish them, so it's a no-brainer here really for Brevan to give up at this point. Maybe it wasn't entirely over, but would take a while to catch up. Yeah, Dennis sleeps at that hour. Alright, let's pull up game 2. Game 2 will be on Brevan's home map, isn't it? And then we're going to Atacama. So it's Red Bull Vololo 3 Atacama, not the Definitive Edition 1. So, the Definitive Edition Atacama does not have lakes on the side. This is more of a decoration. You don't usually see players going for it. But there are 4 deep fish in each corner here. Could be worthwhile to dock at some point, but you usually don't see players doing it early. Malians, however, could do it, because they save wood for all their wood buildings, so you could drop a dock instantly and start fishing to boost your food economy. And chances are, in the corners, your opponent might not scout that there's fishing going on in the corners. Atacama is... This is global warming for lakes, yeah, exactly. So we have Malians versus Ethiopians here. Malians with extra pierce armor on their infantry line, applying to all infantry. So they could actually, in theory, use champions against the Ethiopians' archers or arbalists in the Imperial Age. Or go for a strong longsword push. Men at arms opening, a standard go-to for the Malians, because you can't as easily clean up the Malians' men at arms opening with archers. But let's see here. It's Atacama is also strong for men-at-arms towers, but in an effort to get through as many games as possible today, maybe the Platinum Division as well, I will fast forward the Feudal Age here to the Feudal Age here to see what they will bring us. Unless I see some angry housewives in queue here from the players, aka militia. 5 wood for the Malians. So it's going to dock after all. Okay. Interesting. Could mean scouts for the Malians then, actually, because then you could use the fish eco to pump out scouts more easily, and you'll have an eco harder to raid as well. Brevan with the Ethiopians dropping the barracks right now, and looks like it's going to be the straight archers here, maybe. No, it's militia in queue, okay. But it's going to be the men-at-arms. Let's slow it down a bit, because these dude is already on the move. So I'll look at Brevan scouting as well. Has found this. Why do you have Grath in the boats? I don't know. Ask Grath. Feudal Age in for Brevan. Almost perfect timing there in a few seconds. Well, okay, 15 seconds idle time, not perfect. But still decent. Men-at-arms on the way in, and Arc's scouting is on point, but doesn't really want to engage here. The scout is weakened. Looks like the quick walls will be going up here though, but the archers follow-up should be very hurtful for Arc's woodline here. There's even a weak villager here to be taken out. Oh no, you got lamed! No! Oh, okay, I missed that. Sorry about that. That sucks. But you have the fish to compensate, so that helps. So the Ethiopians' men-at-arms are out. Since Arc got lame, that kind of obstructs any idea of men-at-arms, but it seems to be the scouts here. Anyway, and yeah, if you get enough scouts out, you'll be able to live with that. Nice preemptive tower on the woodline as well, to keep the enemy archers follow-up from doing too much damage on the woodline here. Whoa. Does Brevan want to wall all the way to the edge here? For the long late game, maybe it's actually pulling the men-at-arms home as well. I'm confused. No, he's bringing them forward again. Archers, no fetching yet, going for numbers over upgrades here. But he's seen the tower foundation as well, so you can't really hit the woodline. You could look for other places to hit, of course. And yeah, good work on the scouts there to snipe those weak men-at-arms. 5 scouts now to move out and look for blood on Brevan's side. You could quick wall the wood gatherer, so we should maybe consider placing the small walls already because the scouts just focus down the men-at-arms. There are archers here as well, and they are Ethiopians pacifying the archers. They could deal with scouts as well, of course. And let's see for Ark's counterattack here. One Spearman and another one in the queue for Brevan here. So that one is going to be focused down, I think, with the scouts, no problem. But the archers will also be doing damage here. You don't need to be a follower to get gift subs, actually. Come on. Okay, I can fix that. I'll fix it later. Gift subs are random if you choose them to be random. You could also give them to a designated user. That's the gifter's choice. No fletching yet. It is affordable now for Brevan. Well, that means you visited the hot tub streamer, I guess. Look at this whole investment from the Malians, though, and Brevan just has no idea, doesn't expect there to be any investment in the corners. Maybe it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's his home map, so he should know the map, but chances are, he at the very least doesn't expect 3 pawns to be taken by Ark here. That's a fantastic food source income, and it's very deceiving when you see only these few farms here to see so many scouts hitting your economy. That's a good counterattack here by Brevan ELO to snipe something here, getting 0 villager kills, but at least taking out some pieces of army. Looks like the scouts were dealt with here as well to some extent by villager fighting. Maybe some help from some stray archers, but I'd say Ark is doing better damage here. Yeah, that should be a dead scout. Surprisingly many hits. Still missing fletching here. That's a bit... I mean, we have 20 archers now. It might be time to consider fletching as well. But Food Eco doesn't seem to allow it. This range gets denied. That means no skirmishers for the Malians, but we have quite a decent bit of scouts here. Bloodlines in, +1 in, +1 in. So attack and defense upgrades. Scouts alone could actually deal with this if you get enough of them. Though you'd love to have some skirmisher support as well, of course. So in theory, Brevan could go in here and sit underneath the tower to take out lumberjacks, but of course it's risky because once you move outside of the minimum range of the towers, you're going to lose numbers of your archers here. Are the scouts going to get us around here now? It could be a bit of a surprise here for Brevan to notice that the scouts have bloodlines and or simply full fuel age upgrades here. You don't necessarily expect that at this point in the game, full fuel or not. But the reason is, of course, that there are lakes in the corners, and Ark actually has a fantastic food economy here. 19 villagers on food. And the GG is called. That's going to be a 2-0 for Ark. Most created, 22 scouts, 28 archers. Men-at-arms archers, smart idea for Atacama, but scouting also plays in here to deal with the fish boom that Malians got for free here. Interesting approach to Atacama though. So that's a 2-0. APM skyrocketing here. Maybe some Zeke Archers Micro, who knows? And let's go back into the game here and see what the next game brings. So Arc vs Brevan, game 2. And then game 3 says Atacama, game 4 says Atacama, game 5 says Atacama. So Brevan actually conceded after game 2 here and called it at that. So it ends with a 2-0 for Arc, who moves on to the final.